At his height, he was averaging nearly 6 million views a video. He went from a channel unbeknownst to many to nearly 500,000 subscribers and perfected an engaging, truly unique niche on the platform, and then vanished. This was the case with a YouTuber called ScriptKid, who hasn't left a trace online for over 2 years. Prior to joining the site, ScriptKid had a passion for coding and wanted some way to share and record his skill used in games for others to see, as well as have a positive impact. It would be on the 2nd of December 2019 when Script would upload his first video, showcasing his fake cheat software on unsuspecting players in PUBG. His mind was set on punishing hackers from the start, as he believed it would be a great way to push his abilities he had learned through coding and to highlight to Valve, a huge company responsible for the game CSGO, the flaws in their game at the time. As well as this, ScriptKid's method for punishing cheaters was entertaining and offered a friendlier way to discourage others from cheating, rather than just a concrete ban. By paying Google to promote his fake website to hundreds of users, ScriptKid was able to garner over 400 replays in just the first 2 months. After uploading this 7-minute video to his channel, in just a few months, it had already received over 500,000 views, and to this day, sits on over 3 million. A rather subtle hint that he was onto something big. His next upload, albeit nearly 5 months later, followed suit and again showcased more clips of cheaters getting demolished by his software. However, at the end of the video, revealed something huge.
For the last couple of months, I've been working on a new fake sheet software. This new software is not ready yet, and I'm sorry that I haven't posted anything sooner, but I want you to know that I'm working on something big. I can't spoil too much about how it's going to work, but I can tell you that it's going to target cheaters in multiple games, not only in PUBG.
Now, not only providing evidence as to why it took so long between his uploads, but hyping up his viewers further with what was to come, and let's just say, they were not disappointed. It was clear after this message that Script wanted more, to be able to punish cheaters in games outside of just PUBG, and what better game to choose than CSGO. By diversifying punishments and collecting even more outrageous clips, it's no surprise that this video quite literally exploded. Today sitting on more than 5.5 million views. What followed were 5 more highly entertaining videos, each with new punishments and even a case hunt video in which he presumably got bored of trolling hackers and wanted to mess with his friends instead. However, this begs the question, with the vast amount of recognition, sponsorships and support he had garnered from YouTube, why would he vanish at the height of his success? And will another video by ScriptKid ever grace the platform again? Especially with the arrival of CS2. This was what I was determined to find out, so I hopped in a call with a friend, and we became detectives. At first, the logical step was to check his socials, and search for links to possible second channels he may still be active on. Except, despite finding a couple of channels, notably ScriptKid Highlights and ScriptKid Lab, that had some uploads on them, both of these channels hadn't posted in over 2 years. So then we tried his socials, over on his About tab. His Twitch? Inactive. Twitter? Inactive. Reddit account? Inactive. Even his subreddit didn't have a single lead. We even tried the business email below all the links, but after 5 days of radio silence, we were reduced to one option, his Discord. Immediately after joining, we looked around to see if there would be anyone who might know something, and after skipping over the usual "he died" messages, we found that one of the moderators of the server was still active, and had been online that same day. Except, after asking and waiting again, nothing came back. As well as this, we found someone providing some follow-up information on ScriptKid, and while it did seem plausible, without sufficient evidence to prove it really was from him, it was still of no use. The morale was dipping, and it wasn't looking great. Until we found White Bombo. At the top of the server in the VIP tab, he was the only one online at the time when my friend had logged onto the server, and after finding his Twitch link in his bio, you already knew where we were heading next. Finally, we had some sort of lead, and surprisingly, he was mid-stream when we found his channel. So, while he was on DayZ, I loaded up £5, sent the dono, and prayed the text-to-speech would carry. It did.
I don't know whoever sent that text-to-speech message, but whoever you are, I'll have a look at it in a second, and you can message me privately on Discord. But Script is a very private man, so I will run it by him first before I can divulge as to what I know. He's a very secret man.
After asking in the donation if there was any possibility he had any information on where ScriptKid was or what he was doing, to our surprise, he didn't just respond. After the stream, it was only through him being epic enough to continue to talk on Discord that we learned that ScriptKid had taken a hiatus for a multitude of different reasons. Firstly was that YouTube was never a full-time commitment. He wanted to focus on his career in real life, and YouTube wasn't something that was his main monetary drive. It would always come second to his real-world employment. Really, he was making videos out of his passion and love for coding, as well as the extremely satisfying end result. Also, White Bombo stated that as ScriptKid's videos gained more and more traction, and his name grew larger, it was becoming increasingly more difficult to successfully get his cheats out online, without people knowing they were about to be trolled. Hey, wait a second. Again, another factor was that by now, he had been uploading over the span of 3 years, and other creators were beginning to make more sophisticated cheats which cost money. However, with this price tag offering the desirable trait that the cheats would often go undetected in games and servers, prompting many users who actually wanted to cheat to pay for a legitimate service to do so. Lastly, Bombo also mentioned that he remembers when talking to ScriptKid that coming up with new ideas and coding new punishments for the cheaters was becoming really difficult, as even if he changed the punishment, which would still require lots of effort on the coding end, it would still effectively be the same video, except with different users experiencing different punishments, hinting that this was possibly the reason as to why he was more involved in Nade King's videos later down the line. While I think it's incredibly commendable that ScriptKid stopped uploading before he felt his content was becoming repetitive, I still think, even if it is only a brief return of a couple of videos, there is still very much room for a return, partly because there are so many comments begging for one. And also, while we're not sure if it's entirely trustworthy, if it does turn out to be a legitimate update in his Discord, it paints a hopeful picture for a return to the platform. Especially with the somewhat new release of CS2, there would be a recent influx of new players who have joined the game, unaware of the fact that their cheating software may just turn against them. Of course, at the end of the day, it's still up to ScriptKid as to whether he will ever decide to post again. However, if he does, you can be sure that it would look something along the lines of,
"You got debated. You got debated. You got debated.
Huge thank you to White Bombo for helping out on this video. It seriously would not have been possible without his help, so go and check out his Twitch and watch him get deleted playing CS. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.